Okay, welcome to part 2 of my first Q&A video. And the next question comes from Revenge of Goku. He asks 3 questions. He asks, what's your favorite movie genre? What's your favorite TV show? And do you think Marvel's Daredevil was a good movie? My favorite movie genre is comedy. Like everyone's favorite genre. Love comedy. Uh, my favorite TV show, if all of you have been watching my videos, you know that my favorite TV show of all time is Boy Meets World. So, yeah. I haven't seen Daredevil yet. I've heard negative things about it, but I'll check it out. I know there's a director's cut of the film, and I've heard people say that that's better than the theatrical version. So yeah. Anyways, I'll check out the movie. I'll rent it and I'll do a review on it. And Ben Affleck is in it. I like Ben Affleck. Some of his movies. So, yeah. The final questions comes from Donovan Berry. He answers. He gave me 6 questions to answer. His first question is, what were your thoughts on ABC's One Saturday Morning block? I loved One Saturday Morning. And this is every Saturday. Every Saturday at 9 o'clock, which is when One Saturday Morning came on, I would get up and I would have my bowl of cereal and just watch One Saturday Morning. I like some of the shows on there. I liked Doug, the Disney Doug, which when I look back on it now, it kind of sucks compared to the Nickelodeon version. I mean, I grew up with the Nickelodeon version that of Doug. That's a classic. But the only thing I liked of Disney's Doug was the movie, which that was okay. That was pretty good, and that's not released on DVD yet. And neither is the Disney Doug. And I remember they had Recess. That was a good show. Pepper Ann. They had also, and I remember before like those shows would come on, they would always have like these shorts. Remember they had if any of you remember watching it, they had this short called Miss Munger's Class, which this short was kind of like a yearbook with students and the teacher in it. And then the teacher would talk and all the students would talk, and it was like live pictures though, talking. And I remember like these 2 boys, and some of these students would ask, "Are you guys twins?" And then the 2 boys would go like, "We're not twins," like that. I remember that from Miss Munger's Class. That short. I also remember another short called Tube Dwellers, which are these 2 guys, and I forgot where they worked. I think they were like plumbers or pipe technicians or something like that. I don't remember, but I remember they always used to like argue and disagree on some stuff, which it was kind of funny though. I think you could find those 2 shorts that I talked about, Miss Munger's Class and Tube Dwellers, here on YouTube. Just search for them. And I remember that one guy, I think his name was Manny. He had like that tall, frizzy hair, like that big hair, and he had glasses, and he would always go around, I think, the countries, I think. Yeah, I remember that. But One Saturday Morning, I really loved. It was great growing up, watching that, during the late 90s. And the second question was, what were your thoughts on the Fox Kids block? I never watched some shows on the Fox Kids block. I was never really into that. The only show that I watched that was on Fox Kids was Bobby's World. If any of you remember Bobby's World, it was the show that Howie Mandel created, and he did the voice of Bobby. And I'm sure you can find some shows of that. I mean, some episodes of that here on YouTube. But that was a really, really great show. Definitely one, one of the, definitely one of the great '90s cartoons that I've watched as a kid. And his third question is, what series do you wish was out on DVD? Well, I have two shows that I want to come out on DVD soon, if they ever make it. The first show, I know it won't come out due to music licensing is the Wonder Years. And when I say music license, that means that when a show comes out to DVD and it has, like, let's say music from artists such as like, let's say Chris Brown, they feature a song from him in an episode. And when the show comes out on DVD, studios would have to buy the song for a really, really lot of money. Like I've heard music can cost like $30,000 to $40,000 for them to like clear the rights to that song to release on DVD, and that's a lot of money. If they can't do that, they usually replace, like, let's say that Chris Brown song that I just said, one of his songs from him. If they can't get the rights to use that song for DVD, they would remove it and replace it with generic library music, which that music kind of sucks. And it gets people upset when they find that type of song is supposed to be in the episode, but it's not when it's released on DVD, so they get upset. I mean, take a look at Married with Children, from like the second season DVD release, I think, to the last season. They replaced the Love and the Marriage song from Frank Sinatra, which was the theme song to Married with Children, with generic library music, which sounded horrible. Horrible. Yeah, so. And the second show that I wish to come out, if Shout Factory has the rights to this show when they made their deal with Nickelodeon, is Kenan and Kel. I wish Kenan and Kel would come out. That's the biggest Nickelodeon show that I want out on DVD. That's just a hilarious show and very classic. And his fourth question is, what is your favorite restaurant in Brooklyn? Well, if any of you live out in Brooklyn, in my area, my part of Brooklyn, I live in Bensonhurst. They have a diner here called Vegas, and they serve really, really good food there. Food that they fill you up on. You know, you can't eat much of the food, but they serve really good food there. Vegas is the diner it's called. So if you're in Brooklyn, if you're in the part where I live in Bensonhurst, go to that diner. It's a really, really good diner, serving great food. His fifth question, he asks, what do you think of the Nostalgia Critic? The Nostalgia Critic, he's kind of funny. I really like Nostalgia Critic, even though he shit on some movies that I loved as a kid, like Space Jam, Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal. Yes, I like Kazam. It's a guilty pleasure. I loved it since I was a kid. So, yeah. But all in all, he gets some pretty good, funny reviews on bad movies, though. He's kind of funny when he goes all out reviewing bad movies. I remember he did Battlefield Earth, which is a very, very shitty movie with John Travolta. And when the name came up, Battlefield Earth, he was like, "Ah!" like that. That was hilarious. So yeah, I like Nostalgia Critic. And a lot of people say he's a ripoff of, he rips off AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd. Nah. So, And his final question is, what do you think of VH1's I Love the Series on past decades? I love that series. I like the 80s series. I love the 80s. I loved I love the 80s Part Ducks, and also I love the 80s 3D. I think that was a pretty good show, even though I wasn't born at that time. Also liked I Love the 70s. That's another series that I liked in the I Love series, which I wasn't born in that in the 70s. Also, I wasn't even born then, but they were pretty cool to watch. My favorite one is I Love the 90s. All the I Love the 90s. That just brought back memories, because I remember stuff from the late 90s. They talked about the Macarena. They talked about a lot of stuff. Bill Clinton they talked about, which growing up, in that time, I remember some of that stuff from the late 90s. And that's why it's a favorite of mine, because, it's the decade I was born in, and I grew up in it. And it was a fun time. Miss the 90s. I love the millennium, the new millennium. They should just hold it off until... They should wait on that series until 2010, last year. Because it was supposed to be from 2000 to 2009. And they just stopped at 2007, I think it was. They didn't do 2008 or 2009 yet, so it was kind of a waste of a series. But I kind of liked it. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for my first Q&A video. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked my first Q&A video, tell me if you like it, and I will do more. So yeah, so anyways, thank you all for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you all later. Bye.